Melbourne Water has recently delivered an unprecedented program of works to improve Melbourne's water supply, sewerage and drainage systems, rivers and creeks. We've faced the challenges of extended drought and water security, bushfires and flooding, and the need for greater customer affordability without compromising our services. As we move to the next 5-year water plan, we look back on our achievements with Managing Director Sean Cox.
We look after the 8,500 kilometres of waterways that feed into Port Phillip Bay and Western Port, and we've actually just recently done a customer satisfaction survey with those waterways, and we've come up with a rating of 77%. That's some 7% higher than what we'd actually achieved in the past. So that's a real credit to the people that are doing the work on the ground. And we've spent over the last 5 years some $26 million per annum on actually revegetation and protecting the waterways across Melbourne. That's included also working with nearly 1,000 stakeholders, landowners and the like. That's led to over 100 kilometres of fencing, some 250,000 tree stock actually being planted across the city. It's quite a significant achievement. Going over to our water and sewerage business, we've spent nearly $900 million building new sewers for this city, and that's to cater for the future growth. There's massive growth in the city, there's massive growth to the north of Melbourne, and since those sewers have been finalised, we haven't actually seen one sewer spill in the area.
Sewerage infrastructure in Melbourne's growing north has been boosted through the $650 million Northern Sewerage Project delivered with Yarra Valley Water. A section of the CBD's oldest sewer network has been replaced in the $206 million Melbourne Main Sewer Replacement Project. The Eastern Treatment Plant has been transformed into one of the world's most sophisticated treatment plants through a $418 million upgrade that will come online in 2013. The new Discovery Centre at the Edith Vale Seaford Wetlands offers an exciting hands-on facility for school groups. The replacement of the Patterson Lakes tidal gates offers greater protection from flooding. At Dights Falls, we have removed the most significant barrier to fish passage in Victoria by building a new fishway that will help increase native fish populations in the Upper Yarra River. And in late 2013, we will finish the $75 million Frankston Drainage Improvement Project, the single biggest drainage project we have ever undertaken. Recent years have also shown us how fierce nature can be, unleashing devastating fires and floods.
In February 2011, Melbourne experienced a greater than a 1 in 100 year flood. Although we can never eliminate flooding altogether, we spend a lot of time and resources reducing the risk associated with flooding. We've invested $85 million in new infrastructure in high-risk areas to reduce the flood risk. In addition to that, we've invested $50 million in extending and upgrading our existing drainage infrastructure.
The 2009 fires were certainly very challenging for our organisation and staff. Approximately a third of the water supply catchments were burnt, and the main areas that were affected, the main catchments that were affected were Maroondah, O'Shanassy and Wallaby Creek. What we did to safeguard our water supplies, we actually moved a lot of water away from the fire affected zones. Since the fires, the catchments have recovered really well. There's a good vegetation cover there now, so the water quality risk has greatly reduced, and the catchments in effect have recovered really well.
Melbourne Water Chairman Paul Clark outlines the challenges ahead.
With water prices increasing along with electricity and a whole range of sort of essential services prices, customers are demanding more. Second thing is probably urbanisation. We're seeing this massive growth in Melbourne in terms of new developments coming through. And again, we can't really build major infrastructure to service those developments. We've got to come up with sort of more local tactical solutions. There's also our infrastructure. We've got ageing infrastructure. How do you get the most out of that ageing infrastructure? How do you prolong its life? Because to replace them is tens of millions of dollars. We have to be a very different organisation from now on. But we now want to move to a position where we focus more on sort of tactical and innovative solutions at a lower cost and leverage the assets we've got in place at the moment.
It's certainly been a busy few years for Melbourne Water. Here are some more things we have achieved in the past 2 years. We're looking forward to continuing our work with communities across Melbourne to enhance life and livability.